We are Witches Who Podcast.
Hey, Shelby.
Hey, Dee.
Anything weird or interesting happened to you lately?
Okay, so yes, sort of, kind of. It's like, it's not really weird, maybe a little interesting. It was just kind of like, okay, so I'm just gonna start talking. I recently had somebody, like, you know, when you meet people for the first time and they're trying to get to know you, and everybody always says, well, what do you do? Like, I want to be like, I live my freaking life. That's what I do. But I was having a really hard time answering that question. And I'm like, then I want to rattle off like all this crap I do, right? And I'm like, what do you say? Like, what do you say to people? Like, what do you do? I'm like, and finally, like in my head, I was literally like, I'm a professional weirdo.
I love that.
And I was like, oh, my husband probably was so embarrassed by that answer.
One time I think he's a pretty big higher up at one of our local casinos. I didn't know he was, which would not have made a difference. But somebody introduced me to him and he said his name and then he's like, well, who are you? And I said, no one. And I'm nobody.
I love that.
And he was like, okay, nobody. And that's why he called me and kind of giggle. And I was like, awesome, cool. Somebody recognized.
Really funny.
Yeah. And then somebody's like, no, she is. My husband was playing a gig. So it's like, she is the wife of the guitar player. And I was like, that's not who I am.
Yeah, like, wait a minute.
That is part of my identity, but that's not
Oh
who
my
I
gosh,
am.
that's funny.
So yeah, it's nice to trip out people.
Yeah, you know,
So, yeah.
that and then yeah, that whole question of I had really like early on when I was in my, I think I was like 18, I used to I was a second shooter for like a pretty well-known photographer, and she asked me one day, she goes, who are you? And we were just driving in the car together, like on the way to something, and I'm like looking at her, I'm like, what? Like, and I've like said all these things, and she goes, yeah, but who are you? Like, who are you? And I'm like, I don't know. And I remember her asking me that and just being like so baffled for so long. And then going through like all this spiritual work and all this, I do that to people now.
Yeah.
You know, and I even like different trainings, like we play that game, or the Who Are You game.
It's a good one.
It's such a good game. And yeah, it's like shedding like all these titles and all this stuff. Like we're not, you know, what we say we are, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not just a mom. We're not just a sister. We're not just a wife, right?
Yep.
But we are so much more than that. We are literal wind. We are stars. We are spirit. We are, you know what I mean? So it's like, how do you shed?
We are our awareness.
Yeah,
right?
that's
I'm aware
it.
that I am playing a role as a mother, that I am pregnant. This is my awareness. This is what I know, but it's not who I am. So if somebody came to you and kind of asked, you know, kind of like, I was thinking, yeah, like, hey, hello, who are you? What do you do? It's like, I am nobody and I live life.
Yeah.
How about you?
I am nothing. Bye.
I am nothing. Bye. Oh, well, that's not what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do for work? Wait,
Yeah.
Hold on. Are we talking earth plane, cosmic?
I'm going to need a little more details.
Yeah. I was like, I need way more context for that question. What?
Yeah. Yeah. I always love, what do you do for a living? Okay. Well, what does living mean to you?
I know. I'm almost like, wait,
like, how do I earn money? Is that what you're asking
Yeah.
me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, rephrase your question. I don't think I've never asked somebody that.
Yeah.
Like, I've never asked anybody, what do you do? Like, or what do you do? Or what do you do for work? Or I don't think I've ever asked somebody that.
You know, I have, because usually like when I'm like these networking events and things like that, you're trying to know what, you know, are they a therapist or are they this or are they that? And it's just like, hey, so I'm like, so what do you do?
Yeah.
And it's like, so they usually will tell you, they're not, but somebody's like, I have fun. Ooh, me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, right. It's so funny. I just like could not answer that question. I was like,
It's a hard question.
I get paid to be a weirdo.
Yeah, no, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
but it's a hard
pretty cool.
question. Like if you ask people like, who are you? Well, you know, where
I don't know.
I know, but back in June we had that Witches Who brunch, and we had like a really deep spiritual, you know,
we should
kind of
do that at the next one.
Yeah,
we should pair people off and do the eye contact.
I think that's a good one. So
if you're listening to this
and you're
just
coming to the next one. Yeah.
Forget I said that.
Or, you know, don't try to think of, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
What are all the
defeats
things
whole
you're gonna,
purpose.
yes, you're gonna say. But anywho, well, those are great questions that, you know, people ask, and you can always kind of keep him a little puzzled with, wait, she's a weirdo. Then she's exactly doing what she said she's supposed to be doing.
Then I was like, I want to change my entire Instagram bio now and just put professional weirdo.
Professional weirdo.
But I'm like, that's not specific enough.
I love it.
Yeah. But I'm obsessed right now.
With professional weirdos today. First of all,
rebranding the
who
podcast
are
already.
you?
Oh no, I don't know.
Okay, what is the name that you go by now then?
The name that I go by?
Yeah, in this life.
Oh, like my actual. Oh, we're trying to start the podcast. Yeah. Got it. We're trying to start this. I'm Shelby.
And I am Dee.
We are Witches Who Podcast. Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry. We just,
a little slow.
We got there. As long as we got there, that's
do I get to pick a new name?
I know. You can. You're
true.
allowed.
Totally
This week
can.
you can be Petra. Next week you can be,
I don't hate that.
Yeah. So this episode, we are talking about creepy kid stories.
Which is kind of like made us who we are, right?
Yes.
So it all tied in.
So when we think creepy kid stories, we may have, a broad thing. We may be thinking creepy kid stories like somebody told you about, like, the
boogeyman.
the boogeyman, the creep, the kid that is like that creepy kid that lives in that house or things like that. But
everybody has like a neighborhood house that was haunted.
Yes. But we're going to talk about several things, such as like bedtime stories,
excited.
why creepy kids scare us. Like all freaking movies have like that scary kid.
Or the
creepy,
twins.
The twins in The Shining.
Not
like,
you guys.
No, you guys are sweet. Well, we
No,
we
they're
we
gonna
still
be
have to look
creepy.
at them. Yeah, I was like, I need them to come out and let's take a look first, okay?
You can be whatever you want to
Yeah.
be. Creepy,
Yes.
whatever.
Be creepy. Be weird. You're good. Creepy toys, right? Remember the trolls, the
yeah.
porcelain dolls.
Oh, gross.
Creepy movies and kids movies that
so
are
many.
creepy. So creepy movies in general, and then kids movies.
Yeah.
Like It is not really a kids movie, but somehow I ended up watching it when I was like 9.
Me too.
Children of the Corn. That was such a creepy movie.
That was really good. The twins are in that one, right?
Right.
That's that movie?
No. Well, I don't remember the Children of the Corn was so creepy. But the one with the twin girls is The Shining.
Oh, The Shining. That's what I'm thinking of.
Creepy TV shows such as the Teletubbies. What on earth were those?
Who thought of that?
You know what? That purple dinosaur. What was his
Barney?
name?
I loved Barney. I had a Barney themed birthday party.
Love that for you because he was very kind of creepy, but also psychedelic, I like to think.
Yeah.
Which the Teletubbies kind of are, but the sun
Yeah,
that
the
is this
sun
creepy baby. And I'm just
So
like,
creepy.
not so sure. Pee-wee, just a creepy guy.
yeah,
Even the Muppets, like they're so adorable. Maybe. No, I always loved the Muppets.
I've always hated the Muppets.
I love the Muppets.
I don't know why. I've just always been like, these are not normal. Like, I could not, like, these creep me out. I don't know.
Oh, it's so funny. But you did have a Barney.
But Barney was the best. I'd sing
Not-
all the songs, the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that with my niece, who's about your age. So
Yeah. Barney was a big deal for us.
So no, jeez, I know I get it, but I was born in the '80s, so we are about a decade separate. Also, we're going to talk about camp stories, and my husband just gave me a little snippet into a camp story that his friend told him that. He was telling me, I don't even want to tell you because it haunted me for so long and I don't want to remember.
Oh, no.
But he gave me a little bit like the gist of it.
Yeah.
So I'll share that. But I kind of wanted to come out with the first thing.
Okay.
Right? Like the monster under the bed.
Yeah.
Like, and in the closet. So just
That's
there's-
universal, right?
so
Like every kid has a monster.
pretty
under their bed.
much. And yeah, there's something, but kind of like the psychological origins of fear of the unknown. So children's fears are universal, especially around the ages between 3 and 7, when imagination is the strongest and the line between the real and imaginary is blurry.
Okay.
So darkness, unfamiliar noises, and the hidden spaces in a bedroom. Again, here we go. Under the bed and in the closet become symbolic of the unknown or unseen places where danger might be lurking. Then the brain creates monsters to give form to vague fears like being alone, abandonment, or the night terrors. So, and then we have like folklore and oral traditions, like, through history, the cultures have been used like the boogeyman. And there's different boogeyman, type stories to control behavior. If you don't behave, the boogeyman's going to come and get you. Don't go outside or the monster will get you.
Yeah.
And many of these evolve, in bedtime stories, depending, that help keep kids in their room at night. For example, in Latin America, we have El Coco, which hides in the closet and under beds, waiting for misbehaving children. I don't know if there's people, but sometimes I have a friend who is, in her mid 40s, and she's like, I can never put my foot
I still think about it every time.
Yeah, and she's like, I know. She's like, I'm middle aged and I'm terrified. And sometimes I'll find myself with my arm like hanging, and I was like, no, the boogie's gonna pull me under, because these are the stories that you grew up with.
Yes.
So, and then in Italy they have babao, similar idea, lurking to grab kids who won't sleep.
Oh God.
You won't sleep, babao will get you. The boogeyman,
that's awful.
Big shapeshifter who lives in dark places, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, is it the boogeyman or is it the men in black?
Or aliens.
Yeah.
Or all of the above.
So talking about why the bed and the closet. Under the bed, it's natural, hidden, dark, low to the ground and out of sight, and easy space for child's mind to imagine something lurking. The closet, full of shadows and unknown contents, often creaks or opens slightly in the dark, adds suspense and ambiguity. Okay, I'm totally butchering that word.
Bewitting.
Ambiguity. I don't know. A fancy word. These spaces become the perfect psychological thresholds where safety meets possible danger. And then, of course, moving into like the evolution in pop culture, stories of nighttime stories become popular themes in children's book, like Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Right? Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Collecting screams.
Goosebumps. And
remember Goosebumps? Yeah, all the books.
Yeah. These portrayals often transform the monster into something silly, friendly, or misunderstood, helping kids process fear through humor or empathy. So the symbolism that could represent in the closet or under the monsters represents hidden emotions or trauma, suppressed fears, shadow aspects of the self. And then like Carl Jung's shadow archetype, which I am curious because I did not know that. And I love Carl Jung.
Yeah.
In dream interpretation, these monsters often reflect parts of ourselves or life situations we're not ready to confront. So we don't, maybe, there's no longer the monster under the bed. Maybe it's the monster in the bank because I don't have any money. Right?
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, again, like we say before, cave times, it was like we're running away from the saber-toothed tiger, and now we're running away from responsibilities. Like I'm of a certain age and I don't have a partner, things like it can I'm not living up to the expectation of my parents, or I'm a certain age and I'm not a professional, or I'm still trying to go to school, like all these things. But so do you have any stories of like your mom telling you about monsters under the bed? Or you're saying that you can't.
I'm thinking about like all these things are manifestations or whatever of like traumas or whatever, what you're afraid of. And I was like, what does it mean when you're obsessed with being scared? Because that was me. I was like, I wanted to find the monster in the bed. I wanted there to be something in my closet.
Oh my gosh.
So much so, like, I know I've told you this before, but I don't know if I've said it on the podcast that when my mom would put me to bed, I would make her do the witch laugh from Wizard of Oz. Like, what kid does that? Yeah, her witch, literally, and she was so good at it. And I had like a stuffed dog, like that was what I slept with. His name was Muffin, and so she would always do the whole like the crazy witch cackle and I'll get you my pretty and your little dog too, the whole thing. And she was so good at it, and that's what I went to bed with. Not a sweet nursery rhyme or a
you're
little
really living
story.
up to your weirdo identity.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep. And so that's I would go to bed with literally the Wicked Witch of the West laugh in my freaking gosh. Or maybe she was the East. Which one died?
I don't know. One of them, East or West.
Yeah. Well, they both technically die, but I mean, like,
Yeah, you know,
whatever.
we're looking at,
Yeah,
you know, Biggie Smalls and Tupac
Yeah.
type of situation.
exactly.
Um,
Oh my gosh.
so now
So
we
funny.
go into bedtime stories.
Okay. Yeah.
And I would say bedtime stories include nursery rhymes.
Okay. So that's what I went heavy into because I was
Yes.
like really excited about the nursery rhyme orders, mostly because I was trying to remember the Ring Around the Rosie one, how like where that came from. And like I just remember hearing like a darker version of it and I couldn't remember. So I was trying to Google stuff and then I like went down a whole thing. I was like, oh, there's a lot.
Okay.
Like all of the OG.
Rosie, what is it called? I don't think I know that
Ring
one.
Around the Rosie?
I don't think. How does it go?
It's like Ring Around the Rosie, ashes, or no, Ring Around the Rosie, pockets full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. And you're like holding hands and you're spinning and then you fall.
Yeah. Well, in Mexico, it's probably called something else. But
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
can't
curious
remember.
actually. But yeah, so then I went down, so I was looking up what that actually means. Cause like, who knows what's a freaking Rosie? What's a posy? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then I found a whole bunch of them. So these are like bedtime stories and nursery rhymes that actually have like a deeper meaning. And then I also like, I kind of listened to your list a little bit and I went down like campfire tales.
Okay, good.
And then I did fairy tales.
Ooh, oh, those are good.
Just a couple.
I didn't. Yeah, but there's,
Yeah.
you know, even like the Alice in Wonderland. That's a creepy one.
Oh, that's a total freaking psychedelic trip. That whole
I know
thing,
that.
right? Like totally. Like that alone, if I would have understood that as a kid, that would have made me want to do drugs.
Yeah.
Right? Like, like you mean if I eat this mushroom right now, I'm gonna go on a trip like Alice?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm doing it.
yeah, no, sign
how
me up.
Hilarious.
Okay, so I'll start with Ring Around the Rosie.
Okay.
So yeah, it's the one, you know, you're holding hands, you're doing the whole thing. It's the Ring Around the Rosie, pockets full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Okay, so actually, the origin actually came from the Black Plague.
Oh.
So Rosie is a rash, like the rash you get on your skin. A pocket full of posies are herbs that were supposed to ward off the smell of death. So remember when they would wear those like creepy like beak things? And they would stuff the beaks full of different herbs to take
that
away
you
the
would
smell
feel-
of death.
Oh.
Yeah. And then ashes where it was like cremation. Literally like
Yeah, they'll have to burn you after so you don't continue to spread the plague.
So literally think about that. It's literally like
You're all playing.
yeah, no idea. And then you
Rosie,
fall
Rosie.
down
Yeah.
at the end because you died from the plague.
Nice.
How horrible.
Do you know what year this started or what was the early? Well, it's
I
from
don't know.
the
I didn't write
plague,
any of those
so
down. So yeah,
I
early.
don't know when.
When was the plague? Let's Google it.
19.
The black. Not
No, not 19. It would be like
18 something, right?
18, 17, late 17.
we're way freaking off.
Oh, where is it? In the 800s?
No, way worse.
Oh,
The 1300s.
oh,
Literally 1346 to 1353.
oh.
Really? I thought it was way later than that.
Wow.
Oh, whatever.
We call it something else. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on who you ask. Technically 2020, right?
Yeah.
That was when
Basically.
we all got the cold and thought it was the Black Plague. I mean, I shouldn't have said that. People died. Like, I'm sorry. That was very insensitive.
Yes. No, we are sorry. We did lose a lot of people due to COVID. And a lot of lives were lost that could have been saved.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Okay, so
Yeah, interesting. So yeah, in the 1300s, yeah, and they had to burn the bodies, otherwise it would.
but why did they create like a rhyme to play with?
I don't.
Who
maybe
came out and said, "Let me make this sad situation like happier"?
Yeah,
Or-
good question. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't do that much research.
No, just curious. No, I'm just.
Yeah. I mean, like, somebody is probably trying to make the kids feel better. You know, like, oh, everybody's dying around you. Let's
Make it light.
let's bring some light into this horrid situation.
I
that
wonder
we're in.
if they make them dance and kind of like do that whole thing while they were like burning people.
Yeah, maybe it was like,
Just
yeah,
like,
or
just,
that came later.
Somebody's like, they're all crying. Let's just make this rhyme and have them turn around and
So
that is so
terrible.
crazy. Okay.
Yeah, so that was Ring Around the Rosie. Okay, so Hansel and Gretel. This one, where they get lost or whatever.
Yeah.
And of course, it has to be
the
freaking twins too. See, there's something with the twin thing.
See, there's
But a tale of clever children, and they're trying to escape oops, they're trying to escape the witch. And the dark origins are it's really like starvation, and they were essentially abandoned. These kids, like they didn't have family to go back to, apparently.
okay.
And then it was like signifying cannibalism during the medieval famine, because that's what the witch was doing. She was baking the children and eating them.
Well, first of all, these twins came over to this woman who's peacefully living in the woods.
Exactly,
And they try to eat her house.
Yes.
And then she's like, well, I'm hungry too. Now I'm going to eat you.
Yeah.
I feel a little sympathy for the witch.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
They kind of were destroying. First of all, they were trespassing.
Yeah. Let's start there.
Let's start there. Also, where were their parents? Apparently, now we know that they were orphans.
Okay.
But still,
Okay.
3, your destruction of property. Hello.
Yeah. Vandalism.
Yeah, vandalism. Exactly. Oh, and that's what it says too. It's like it was a cautionary tale about trusting strangers. Like that's why they had this story. That did not cross my mind.
But why bake the children to instill fear in the kids of like this witch cooked the kids and then ate them?
Yeah. What this taught me was just don't eat people's houses. Like you know what I mean?
Don't
like,
trespass.
Don't wander into the woods.
Yeah.
Or like they didn't teach me not to talk to strangers.
Yeah. Yeah. Was Hansel and Gretel, is that a U.S. based story or is it from somewhere else?
I think it's like I want to say it's Dutch, but
Okay.
I'm
Curious.
I don't know. Hansel and Gretel origin.
I may be asking way too many questions today.
Like I don't. It's a grim story. I don't know what that even means.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a 14th. It was believed it was inspired by the Great Famine of the early 14th century.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really say. Everything I could do. Oh, German. It's
Okay.
German.
So
Duh.
it's after-
Duh. Hansel and Gretel.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Hello.
The names.
Just kidding. Yeah, it's a German tale.
This is crazy with the creepy stories. Okay, so we're talking about like creepy, or nursery rhymes, bedtime stories. Like my mom used to tell me this story so that I would go to bed with and I will ask her, I was like, Ma, el señor de las arenitas, which is like the man with the sand, the sleeping sand. So like thinking about it is like, I'm asking for this older gentleman to come and like knock me out, right? Just like put me to sleep. And so she would I will fall asleep and she'll tell me, it's like, oh, here comes the gentleman with his little bag of like sleeping dust.
Yeah, the Sandman.
The Sandman.
Yeah.
And like, what type of flavor color you want today? She'll ask me.
Oh my
and then she'll
gosh.
just kind of like pour it over me. And I'm like, okay. She's like, okay, go to sleep. And I'll be like,
That
okay.
is so funny.
But I'm like, it's kind of, I guess, like, does this man want to work? It's like the tooth fairies. Like, does she get a day off?
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'm pretty sure every day tooths are falling.
Yeah,
So,
And how come when old people lose their teeth, they don't get anything for that? Kids aren't the only ones over here losing teeth.
that is hilarious. Oh my gosh. You know what? We're gonna do a thing. We're gonna make it be. Where is the senior tooth fairy?
Yeah.
We need that.
I want to see her with her little she'll have her wings won't work anymore, so she has to have like a jetpack or something.
That is hilarious. Okay, we're gonna have to. It's gonna become a thing.
It's a thing. We're gonna introduce it into nursing homes.
Trademarking. Yes, we're gonna do that. Love it.
It's our new nonprofit.
Yeah. Then
Oh my gosh.
the nighttime tooth fairy with a jetpack and good vision,
my gosh,
night
that's
vision
so funny.
goggles.
Yeah.
That are prescription, by the way.
Exactly.
Glow in the dark.
Oh my gosh. That's so great.
It's so funny. But yeah, what happened to that? So yeah, just like nighttime stories that people, tell children. I don't think we read books at
Yeah,
night.
we read a bunch of books. Yeah.
But I don't think I ever told my kids about the boogeyman. But like my mom, she was like La Llorona is gonna come and get you.
Gosh.
And then I remember it was like the fruit. We used to call them the Fruit Loops, because they were in my hometown. They were like stealing, kidnapping children.
Oh my gosh, like for real?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's
then
terrifying.
it's like the Fruit Loops. I don't know why my
wonder
cousin
why, yeah.
we call them Fruit Loops. But yeah, all these things that they would say, especially if we went. Well, we'll go into that when we go into camping.
Yeah.
We'll chat about that.
The
but
good one,
anytime.
the real good one.
Yeah. So, all right. Do you have anything else on nursery rhymes or bedtime
I
stories?
have
Okay,
quite a
please
few
go.
actually, but I can skip some.
perfect. Yeah, go for it.
The Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I was thinking the Three Bears.
Yeah, the Goldilocks.
Goldilocks?
Yeah, and the Three Bears.
Yeah.
I think that.
Thinking
How
of
does
that.
that end? Why can't I remember how that ends? Like she's
asleep. They come back, and she ate my thing. She ate my thing.
Yeah.
And then they wake her up and they call the cops on her.
yeah, right. I'm like, I don't remember.
I don't know.
I think they were just fine. I think it was like
the three pigs too. The wolf.
The wolf.
And the red.
yeah,
Oh, that's
this one. Yeah, where
that
they
one.
blow your house down
Yeah.
or whatever. But there's many interpretations about that. So the Little Red Riding Hood, where it suggests it's like about a coming of age story.
Oh.
Like loss of innocence in a way, and it actually like alludes to like sexual predator, like the wolf is a sexual predator trying to like get at these poor victim piggies.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, yeah. The wolf symbolizes a predatory male figure.
Oh, dang. Okay.
What kid is like?
Yeah.
No, that
Don't
I
make
was
it
not
out of
thinking that.
sticks.
Yeah.
Don't-
I was like, okay, foundation is important.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like what? And in my head, the whole time I'm listening to the story, I'm like, obviously you can't blow bricks over, but like,
Yeah.
why would you build a house out of straw?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What was it? Straw?
Yeah. What's the other one? Straw, was
Bricks
it
is the
mud,
big one. I can't remember.
or so? I don't remember what the. I think there was three,
Yeah.
and then bricks, but yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know. Clearly did not, sustain.
Yeah, maybe it's supposed to teach you boundaries. You know,
Oh yeah.
but they really
You have
the
weak
messages are
boundaries?
not getting across. You guys.
I don't think so.
You know, like
No.
yeah. Oh, this one I've never heard. I've heard of it, but I don't know the story. The Pied Piper.
Oh, yeah, I've heard, no, I don't know the story. I've heard of
I don't know
that,
the story
too.
either. I should have looked it up, but I didn't. But it's the Pied Piper leads rats and then children away from a town.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it is, but the creepy backstory is the children disappear forever. But the story is based on a real event that happened in Hamelin, Germany in 1284, where 130 children actually vanished.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and theories range from like mass migration to just death by disease or catastrophe, but nobody knows where these children went. It was just children.
Dang. Okay. That's
Yeah, how weird is
interesting.
that? I
What
don't
year was
remember
that?
Story? 1284. So
Dang,
before the
okay.
plague. Now that we
Before
know
I know
that.
before the plague and after no, was it and after the plague? What was after the plague? The ashes one? No, that
That
was
is the plague. Yeah. Oh, Hansel and Gretel.
oh Hansel and Gretel. Yeah.
Yeah, so crazy. Okay, another one. Baba Black Sheep. That was a rhyme. But it was supposed to be about like sharing, right? Like I don't remember exactly that one either, but it's fine. But it refers to the medieval wool taxes. They were imposed by the monarchy with the master, the king from the rhyme, taking the bulk of the earnings from the little boy, which would have been the farmer. And the farmer got nothing, or the
Are
boy
these
got nothing.
rhymes for children?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
adults?
It's almost like adults turning their problems into nursery rhymes. You know what I mean? It's like,
Are they trying to
yeah.
control the children at an early age and be like, be afraid of
Yes.
this, basically?
It's like
which-
instilling fear, or just like not even realizing that they're like projecting onto their kid, you know?
Gosh.
I don't know. Okay, I have 3 more nursery rhymes and then yeah. Okay, so Rockabye Baby. Everybody knows that one.
Yep.
The baby falls from the treetop. Some versions suggest that this reflects fears of infant mortality. And it may be political allegory mocking the birth of a royal heir,
Wow. Okay. We can see that.
which is interesting.
Well, you know what? Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah. Oh, that one's not on here.
But that's another one. This egg-shaped man.
Yeah, he gets a little crack.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's supposed to signify.
I know.
What is
Probably something within adults. Something.
Yeah, some trauma.
Yeah.
Some trauma that happened. Poor Humpty Dumpty. I remember I had like a Humpty Dumpty like stuffed toy, but it was like handmade. It was like from a craft fair, I think, and I was obsessed with it.
Oh.
I don't know why. And I just remember it being like this egg shape with arms and legs and having a little crack on his head. That's all. That's weird. That was like a childhood memory that just came through that I totally forgot about.
Ah, well,
Weird.
good thing it was a good one.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe there's a reason I don't remember it.
Oh, well, maybe
I mean,
it
I
was
don't know.
bad. So sorry.
Okay, I only have a couple more. So Three Blind Mice.
Oh yeah.
It was, it was a silly tale. I remember playing that on like a little like piano or whatever. But it was believed to reference the Queen Mary, Bloody Mary, who executed 3 Protestant bishops. The farmer's wife is Mary, and the mice are the men she had killed.
All right.
Because there were 3. Yeah, that makes sense. Terrible. Okay, the last one is Goosey Goosey Gander. Do you remember that one? I don't remember that one. But it was a rhyme about like a wandering house.
Oh, okay. No, I was thinking a goose.
I don't know this one at all.
Interesting.
But it may reference religious persecution in England. Praying in his room refers to Catholic priests hiding from Protestant enforcers, dragged and possibly executed.
You know what? I'm not sure which ones I like better. The ones made back in from 1200 or even earlier than that and up. But what we have now as nursery rhymes is like baby shark.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not into that.
Yeah, so I'm not, I don't know.
I just tried to look up the Goosey Gander thing, and apparently it's also a deli that is closed right now in Pennsylvania.
Oh, well.
I just want to know the lyrics of this
I can
Goosey
go for
Gander.
a sandwich.
Yeah, now I
Now
wish.
I'm hungry. Oh yeah,
I want a sandwich so bad. I want a sandwich and I want sushi, like in the worst way.
But you can have like cooked sandwich, right?
Yeah,
like
but-
not deli. Hey, there's some like have tri-tip sandwich.
That's true. Pulled pork. I want like a deli.
Yeah.
Like I want a club sandwich with some ham,
Yeah,
turkey, and avocado.
pastrami.
Yes, cheese.
Yes, all the things.
I still can't find this nursery rhyme, so
All right,
whatever.
Forget about our nursery rhyme. What else do we have?
But yeah, that's what I got for bedtime story nursery rhymes.
Yeah, and now going into why creepy kids scare us.
Yeah, what? The kids are creepy.
I have a little bit on that. So, creepy. Oh,
And what is it too? It's like kids are supposed to be like super close to the veil until they're like 7 or so, right? And then I don't know, because kids say crazy stuff too, where you're like, I remember my mom telling me, like as a kid, like I would say like the craziest stuff, and she'd be like, "How on earth?
well,
Do you know that?" I'm like,
because you were a creepy kid.
"Yeah, totally."
I forgot that I did have creepy bedtime stories and folk tales. They're just very little, but I think they're different than yours.
Oh, good,
That's cool.
perfect.
I don't think you talk about the red spot, right?
I don't even know what that
Okay,
is.
the red spot is like urban legend. A girl gets bitten by a spider on her cheek.
Oh.
Days later, it bursts open and hundreds of baby spiders crawl out. Why? It's creepy. Body horror and paranoia.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Why creepy? Who's telling these ones? The green ribbon from in a dark room. A girl always wears a green ribbon around her neck after marrying her sweetheart. She finally removes it and her head falls off. Death, mystery, and symbolism of hidden trauma.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Baby Yaga is a Slavic folklore, a witch who lives in a hut on chicken. I don't want to read these. On chicken legs.
Ew.
And eats children. She might help you or eat you.
Oh my God.
It's creepy because it's unpredictable magic, cannibalism, and ancient forest fears.
Oh my gosh, that is terrible.
This kind of reminds me of maybe something you may have talked about. The Bugani of Saint Trinians? No?
I don't know.
Of Saint Trinians is a Manx legend. M-A-N-X, Manx legend? What's that? Manx legend. A monster who tears the roof of churches if anyone dares build one.
Oh.
Creepy because it's invisible forces. Punishment for defiance. And the last one, the Sandman, which I was just talking. It's a ETA Hoffman's version, not the friendly one.
Oh.
This version throws sand into the eyes of kids who won't sleep until they fall out of their heads. Until the eyes fall out of their heads.
Oh my God. What? That was not the Sandman story I
Nope.
heard.
This is the ETA Hoffman's version. Yeah. Throw sand into kids' eyes. You want to sleep? Here goes. And then throws the sand in your eyes and then they fall out of your head. So night terrors, body horror, sleep paralysis.
Cool.
How? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
Yeah. No. Horrible. Horrible. Okay. Now, creepy children. Why do they freak us out? And they do. Like The Shining. I think I watched The Shining once.
Yeah, me too.
Children of the Corn. It was big cornfields, creepy children. You get lost and suddenly you're gone and dead and they eat you or something.
Yeah.
So a couple of things of why creepy kids are so disturbing. One, it can be innocent turned inside out. Children symbolize purity, vulnerability, and light. So when a child acts unnaturally cold, violent, or possessed, it creates power for contradiction. That contrast triggers something deep unsettling in our psyche. If something as innocent as a child can be evil, then nothing is safe.
Yeah, and that's why they say like demons are often disguised as like children spirits or whatever.
Yeah.
Smart.
The uncanny valley of behavior. Creepy kids often look normal, but their expression, tones, or actions are slightly off. Emotionless stares, speaking too calmly, moving too slowly or too suddenly. This subtle wrongness creates a psychological effect similar to the uncanny valley, where something almost human but not quite feels terrifying.
Yeah. It's very unsettling.
Yeah. You know, like, or a kid is mad and it's in the corner just looking at you.
Yeah.
You know, and just like, oh, stop staring at
They
me.
feel like they can see like right through you.
Yeah, I think my kids used to do things like that, and I was like, don't look at me.
Was it you that was saying like when you were like little, you used to like basically curse people?
Oh, yeah.
See? Kids are creepy, man.
Yeah. Loss of control. Adults are supposed to guide, protect, and discipline children. When a child becomes the threat, it flips the power dynamic, leaving adults feeling helpless.
Oh, yeah, that's gross. That's scary.
A child with supernatural abilities like the Omen, the Ring, or Village of the Damned adds to that dread. They are untouchable and watching you.
Ooh, gross.
And then embodiments of repressed emotion. Creepy kids often reflect parental guilt, neglect, loss, trauma, fear of the unknown in our own childhoods, suppressed grief of past pain. Horror often uses children as mirrors for the emotional wounds of the adults around them. You know, yes, but no. You know, like some creepy kid crawling out of the TV.
Yeah.
I don't see myself.
Yeah.
I was terrified.
Yeah.
Like,
I did not relate to that one bit.
yeah. And then like hunting, you know, like the death and innocence, like huntings, ghost children.
Haunted, yeah.
Like The Sixth Sense or The Shining.
I loved that freaking movie.
I did like The Sixth Sense.
I loved that movie so much.
Suggests unresolved deaths, tragic accidents, or abuse. Their very presence represents something unfinished or unjust. A child's spirit often wants something to be seen, to be helped, or to be avenged, and that persistence is hunting. They know things that they shouldn't.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So when child delivers an adult level dialogue or reveals dark ancient knowledge, it stirs up fear of possession, past life, or psychic powers. Well, I guess.
I can see that for sure because I used to say crazy shit to my poor mom.
I would love to see Dev's reaction.
She like just, I mean, I don't know how she actually was feeling, but like when I just remember her being so like very like neutral, like no reaction, like she didn't like freak out or anything like that I saw, you know what I mean? Yeah. Which was probably the right call because either way, like write me off, I'm gonna want to dig more and panic react, then that would just, you know, that wouldn't have felt very good as a kid, you know? I don't know.
Yeah,
my poor mom.
I know. I need to have a conversation with her. I'm like, I have some questions there for the podcast. So now, creepy kid tropes that work every time. The silent stare from the corner of the room.
Oh, so creepy.
singing a lullaby out of context, like Ring Around the Rosie, speaking to invisible friends.
Oh, I did that too.
I did that too. Yeah. Drawing disturbing images, smiling at something we can't see. I feel like all these are going to be your children.
I hope they are. I hope so. I mean, not disturbing images, but
No.
yeah, I always think about that, like with babies. It's kind of like animals. They just like stare into corners and like, what are you looking at?
Oh my God. I have something kind of funny, and hopefully my friend is not listening, but we're not going to name names.
Yeah, no names.
So when he was really little, and I heard this story, I've heard it many times from his family. He's always like, oh my gosh. He talking about disturbing images. So he used to draw, like different things, like very colorful and creative. And he would do like beautiful drawings, and he liked to draw like people, right? And sometimes he drew somebody that nobody knew. And he's like, yeah, it's the man that is, like next door. Like, and it's like, no man lives there, so he would, that's not the disturbing part. The ghost was not the disturbing part. So one time, there was like, oh, well, he's doing his things and he's drawing. And then his dad comes over. It's like, hey, what are you drawing there? He's like, oh, it's like, who is that? People? What, is that a spider? It's like, no, what are you drawing? It's like,
oh no,
you and mom wrestling.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Oh, the dad said, it's like, who are you drawing? Is that a spider? It's like, no, but they don't have clothes on. He said, it's just you and mom wrestling.
Oh my God.
So that was a
little
disturbing
yeah.
image.
Oh my God.
Like,
and it's just so funny, like the innocence of like that child's mind. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're just wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that then it became, it's like, okay, God. His brother, who was, I think, oh my gosh, my friend must have been like 6, I think, when he did this. And his brother's like 3 or 4 years older. And after that is just like, I wonder, that is like, that was so like accurate, like anatomically accurate. It's like, oh my God. How many times did he see you wrestling? Because
oh my God,
maybe lock your door.
Yeah.
Or, shut the window.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It's hilarious, but quite disturbing.
Yeah, on a whole other plane of disturbing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's super funny.
Yeah. Okay. So creepy kids unsettles us because they walk the line between innocent and evil, between life and death, and between the real and the uncanny. They awaken both childhood fears and adult guilt. That's why we're so creeped out by them. But yeah, it's always like the little girl. I can't wait to get into toys because I have an aunt that collects like porcelain dolls, and I was terrified to stay at her house.
Porcelain dolls freak me out because they don't blink.
I know.
But then it's
some
like,
of them
if they do, then
gosh.
I don't know. Like, it's just, I was staring at them and I'm just like waiting for it to blink.
So now going into creepy toys, do you have any creepy toys that you can remember?
The first one that comes to mind is the Furby.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was kind of freaky. Those eyes. Did the eyes move?
Yeah, so their eyes and their little beaks moved, and then some of them I think like maybe they vibrate or they move side to side. But I remember there was like I don't know if it was like some kind of like manufacturer defect or something, but they would keep working even when you took the batteries out.
Oh yeah.
And so then everybody was like, "Nope, these things are haunted." It would freak me out so bad. And both me and my sister had one, and yeah, they would just you couldn't turn them off. They would not turn off.
Oh my gosh, no. See, those that I remember that with that, and I think the Tamagotchi too had like a thing. Do you remember the Tamagotchi? It was like an egg that
you had to like take care of the little digital thing.
Yeah, you haven't. See, that's when our programming with AI started.
Yeah, totally.
Really deeply.
It all started with Tamagotchis.
But talking about things that won't stop, I used to have a troll. So trolls, my family was like, they're the devil. You cannot have them.
I had a bunch of trolls.
No, me too. And I loved them. And I was like, why were they always naked? It was just
they were always naked with the little jewel belly button.
Yeah, the jewel belly button. But this one was, and I remember it was like my favorite. It was like neon green and yellow with some little shades of like, I think it had like orange on it. But his belly button, it was like, like not 3D, what is it, like poked out, because you could push it and it would laugh.
Oh,
And I think it had maybe more than one laugh, or maybe it was just a hee 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 hee, but he had like this distinguished
Wow.
little laugh. And I loved it, and, play with it and the whole thing. One time we were staying at my grandma's, and in front of the bed, there's this little twin bed that my mom and I are like sleeping in. I don't even know why we're staying at her house. And in front of it, there was this armoire that had drawers. And I had put, and it glue in the dark as well.
The
I had
troll doll?
put the troll doll inside a drawer. And in the middle of the night, that thing starts going off. Nobody's touching it. It wasn't like being pressed by anything. And my mom is like, this is the bubble. I think she burned it.
Really?
She definitely got rid of it,
yeah.
but I'm pretty sure it may have burned.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that me?
No, that's
Oh,
no, that's
that
like
wasn't
the
me.
ghost. Yeah, that's the ghost.
all right. What's gonna happen now?
I know, no, nothing.
It's
But
awake.
that oh my gosh, choice. But I think I may have mentioned to you while we were trying to discuss the next episode. I remember when I was a kid, so Cabbage Patch Kids.
Oh yeah,
The whole story. And then there was a Garbage Patch.
that sounds familiar.
The Garbage Patch. And I remember the cards of the Garbage Patch Kids. So they were like these evil looking, like, they look like crap.
Oh my God.
I mean, they were the Garbage Patch. My one of my cousins was obsessed
How
with them.
funny.
He was obsessed with that and with bald-headed toy dolls. I don't know.
Like in Toy Story, what's the creepy kid that lives next door? Like Sid or something?
Oh yeah,
Where all his toys
yeah.
are broken
Oh,
and
like shaved and stuff.
Yeah.
But the Cabbage Patch, I remember, I don't even know how I acquired this information. I don't know if my mom told me or one of my cousins freaking me out, but they were saying that, no, because it was like in the news, I think, or something, where that Cabbage Patch, it was like, don't buy Cabbage Patch because they're eating kids' hair.
I remember something like this. Yeah.
And like these, bald dolls, they will cut their heads open and a bunch of hair would be inside them. And it was the creepiest thing.
Like how?
Well, because they're evil and they eat your hair.
So there were different kinds of Cabbage Patch
Oh,
dolls,
yeah.
right? Like, because I remember my sister had one where you could feed it.
Yeah.
And like that one, okay, like your hair got stuck in there or whatever. I could see that.
No.
But not all of them
This
were
one
like that.
had, like, they would have no
Like there's no way.
holes to go in. Yeah. And that was the whole thing. It's like, oh, Cabbage Patch, because like we have some of the very first Cabbage Patch that, just super, super old. So the hair is like different and things like that. But as they evolve, that was kind of, all weird.
That is
and
really
then,
creepy.
Like the My Little Ponies, I was obsessed with
loved
My Little
those.
Ponies. And, you scratch their butts and they'll smell and they'll smell.
Yep. It's the
So
best.
funny, like with the wings and things. So that was not too creepy. Rainbow Bright. I remember I had,
yeah.
I think I still have it. I had a Rainbow Bright and she had like her ponytail and her hair was made out of like yarn.
Yeah.
But then if you're like, oh, I'm just gonna have her be with her hair down, she was bald. It just kind of fell around. It was just like the outside. She didn't have hair in the middle. Like they just had it
so
to cover.
weird.
So she always had to have.
Oh my God.
Like a ponytail.
Cheap manufacturing.
Yes. And the worst part, it was like an original Mattel.
Of course. Yeah.
But it's like, oh. Yeah, but
Oh my God,
creepy tales.
that's
And I
hilarious.
remember there was this bear. I can't remember the name, but there was this bear that spoke. But then we're gonna go into the movies too. But talking about the creepy toys, like you have Chucky, right?
Yeah. Oh, remember Tickle Me Elmo?
Yeah, totally creepy.
So creepy.
Totally
and like you
creepy.
see so many like I used to watch this show on Discovery Channel that was like paranormal caught on camera, and it was like a bunch of people would just like submit videos from all around the world of like weird things that have been happening, and the amount of like creepy toys like just going off or like whatever, there were so many of them, and I wonder if that's like for a couple reasons, like the innocence thing of like, oh, it's just a children's toy, it should be fine, or they're easy to manipulate because electricity and all that or whatever. But no, just no. And technically the Ouija board is a toy.
It's not a toy.
Hasbro.
is not a toy. Jeez.
Hasbro. And I love how like they pulled them off. Like you can't buy, I think you can now, but not as a toy. Like there's like a whole like disclaimer and everything on them. And I mean, you used to be able to go to Toys R Us and just buy a Ouija board.
No, I've seen them at Target.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no. Hey, you know what? Here's a Cabbage Patch that you were talking about that you could feed
What's
her.
it called?
Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kit.
Snack time. She used to have a backpack on, right?
This one does not look, I don't know. This one, look at the picture. It's not, it's something else.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, but you're saying that the Cabbage Cat was an innovative twist on the beloved Cabbage Patch dolls, featuring a motorized mouth that could chew plastic snacks. Unfortunately, the doll didn't distinguish between its plastic food and real hair or fingers.
Yeah.
Once something got caught in it, mechanical jaws, it was almost impossible to get it back out, leading to some terrifying experience from children and their parents. The toy was pulled from shelves in 97 after numerous complaints.
I remember my sister had one, and my mom like making a big deal about how my sister was older. My sister's 6 years older than me, so she was, one, clearly more responsible, and two, you tell me not to do something, I'm gonna do it. And so my mom, it was literally, I remember her making such a big deal, like, do not play with this toy. This is only for your sister. And like my sister had, like, when she had to put it away, she had to put it up so I couldn't reach it. And I remember being me, like waiting until nobody's paying attention to me, and I'd sneak into her closet and climb up on all the shelves and get the Cabbage Patch doll, and then I would test it because I knew why I wasn't allowed to play with it. Like my mom was like, you know, it's, you know, dangerous, and like explained that exact thing. And I remember like putting my finger in and pulling it out. Like I was totally testing this thing. I was like, it's not gonna eat me.
He's like,
I mean,
Shelby does show the 4 fingers you have in that hand.
We only have 9, right? That's not normal.
Another creepy kind of toy, because of like dangerous toys that were in like the 80s, like the slip and slide.
Oh, I loved the slip and slide.
I love the slip and slide, but so many like, you know,
injuries,
elbows and things like that. There was one that was called the Atomic Energy Lab. I was like,
what
this
is
sounds
that?
The Gilbert U-238 Atomic Energy Lab was designed to teach kids about nuclear science.
How did I not have this?
Complete with real radioactive materials.
What?
Yes. Complete radioactive materials, radioactive elements in a toy. When the lab was first introduced in the 1950s, similar kits remained on shelves into the early 80s, horrifying parents who learn about the potential risks. Although it was marketed as an educational tool, the dangers of radiation exposure,
oh my God,
far outweighed the benefits of tinkering with science.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, that's not funny, but wow. Okay.
I know. It's like, it's hard to imagine that a toy company even considering such an idea, let alone getting it into a store shelf.
Yeah.
Baby boomers who remember these labs might shake their heads at how risky they were.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but there's no denying that mad science feels like an adventure.
I loved stuff like that. Like when you would like make your own crystals with like the salt and like the little strings. I don't remember how to do it, but they still sell those. But sea monkeys. They were basically just like little shrimps that were dried, and then once you put them in water, they like rehydrate or whatever. But I'm pretty sure like I was obsessed with sea monkeys. Like I thought they were the coolest freaking thing. And like the little story that came with them was basically like Atlantis, you know? And I love that. I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I'm getting my kids sea monkeys.
There's one called Creepy Crawlers. It's a creepy crawler set. Let kids make rubbery insects by pouring liquid plastic into molds and heating them up in a small oven.
I feel like I did that.
And while the concept was fun, the safety standards were questionable. There's a lot. I don't know how we made it, people. You know, so.
Oh my gosh. Like putting plastic in the microwave.
Yes. And then like the easy bake oven, you know, you wait hours to get your cookie that is, te va a empachar, like my grandma would say, like it's not cooked.
Yeah.
And you're trying Play-Doh even now. Now they're making it more, but Play-Doh wasn't as safe as it is now.
I had like a McDonald's kit. I had like the cashier and like this French fry thing and like the patty mold. I was obsessed with Play-Doh.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
Yeah. Okay. So Porcelain dolls. Oh, so yeah, my aunt had a whole bunch. And then she would ask like, hey, if you're good, I'll let you play with that.
You're like,
And
I'm
I
all
was
right. I'll go be
like, I
bad.
will be bad.
Yeah.
Just like, oh gosh, no, 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 no.
Oh my gosh.
When I was,
Why are dolls so creepy?
I don't know. I don't know. And now when I was doing some research on the toys, I came across this picture of a baby, a baby, it's like screaming. I don't even know if I still have it, but they're like, oh, I don't have it. The guy's like, my girlfriend, I asked he was talking about his girlfriend who had like a bunch of dolls, and she showed him, it's like, show me your most terrifying doll that you have, because it was like, you know, the porcelain and things like that. And it's this one that just looks like, it's like it's supposed to mimic a baby crying, and it's terrifying. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, like its facial expression and everything.
Yeah.
Why would you want that?
I don't know. Creepy movies.
Oh, so many.
Yeah. So creepy movies, and we talk a little bit of like the creepy TV shows, but movies, I was like, some of these I have not heard of. I'm like, I kind of want to, well, I kind of want to go watch some of these, even though I'm not really into creepy movies. So creepy kids movies. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Unintentional or intentional creepy. Caroline, 2009.
Love that movie.
Widescreen, Button Eyes, and other mother who wants to trap your soul. Surreal dreamlike horror wrapped in stop motion. So the themes: identity, false realities, and neglect. Return to Oz, 1985.
What is wrong with that movie?
Yeah, creepy. Dorothy gets electric shock therapy. Talking Heads, a decaying Emerald City.
Really? Maybe I haven't
Things,
seen that.
Madness, Transformation, Dystopia. The Witches in 1990, which it was creepy.
It was creepy.
Why it's creepy? The witches remove their faces to
Yeah.
remove monster form, and kids are turned into mice forever. Hidden Evil, Danger or of Strangers. Watership Down.
What's that?
I don't know. It's a 1978. White's creepy animated bunnies with graphic death scenes, war trauma, and hallucinations. Mortality, survivor, and violence. You know what? I remember Donnie Darko.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
And then my kid is like obsessed with Five Nights at Freddy's. So I have a creepy kid, but I love you, Max. Yeah, he watches yesterday. Oh, he was watching all the Jaws. Like Jaw 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah.
You know,
It's
the
like
other
the
day.
30th anniversary or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. It's
50th.
50th?
No, oh no,
Jesus.
30th.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, they're all like streaming.
I think it's in the 70s actually.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like I don't know.
I can't.
It's like a big
It's
one.
fine.
But I think it was not yesterday, the day before yesterday. I'm like, hey, what are you watching? And he's like, I'm watching It. I'm like, that movie was so terrifying. Like, no.
Yeah, that movie really, like the older one. The old one was way creepier. I feel like than the first one.
Oh,
than the
he
new
watched
one.
the original and then he's watched the remake
It's funny.
because it wasn't enough.
Yeah, my niece is obsessed with shark movies right now.
Oh.
Like all she wants to watch are these like shark movies where like people get murdered and
Oh
stuff.
my gosh.
And she's so creepy about it because she's like, okay, watch, it's coming up. I'm like, I don't like, this is when you're supposed to want to close your eyes. Like, oh my God, they're getting murdered and attacked.
Oh.
And they're so bloody and gruesome.
like,
She's like,
"Watch it."
watch, it's coming. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
No.
It's
This
so
is
funny.
the Secret of Nim
What
in
is
1982, NIMH.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Why, dark colors, intense themes, eerie owl mentor, and lab
Oh.
experimentation on animals.
Oh.
Science gone wrong, courage, sacrifice.
Ew.
And something wicked,
This way comes. Yeah. It's a good one.
A traveling carnival run by dark spirits that feed on regret and fear.
And these are these all like
Kids.
for kids?
Yeah, creepiest
Yeah.
kids when unintentional or intentionally creepy.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
actually
like-
did like that movie.
Yeah, no.
Are there anything that like you can think of as a kid that really freaked you out that like wasn't supposed to, like something that was creepy that was just like everybody's like, this is so much fun and it's so great, and you're like, no, this is bad. Like irrational fears.
Well, I never like that you know, like a carnival where you sit and you spin.
Oh, like teacups kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah, kind of like that thing. Just no.
Yeah.
But not, I can't think about anything else. That is something everybody's like, it's fun. I'm like, that is not fun. It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
I've always thought like a lot of people are afraid of clowns, probably because of it. Like that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, that was my fear for the longest. Like right now, I see it. I'm like, depends if it looks very bozo-y or not.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't freak me out. I don't feel like I wasn't really afraid of like physical things as a kid. I don't know. I think I mean, I've always been terrified of just like water, like not something that was in the water, but just the water in general. Like, and that was always something that was super interesting that I would think about. Like, why am I so afraid of water? Like, I'm not afraid of the animals coming to get me. It was literally just drowning. I was afraid to drown.
Yeah.
And so every like a night terror I would have, I was drowning or anything around that was just a panic. There was always water involved somehow.
That's probably a past life situation.
100%. And I used to tell my mom, like she's told me this a bunch of times, like when I was really little, you know, when you're little, like you don't go underwater, you're never submerged. She goes, you're probably like 2 years old, like literally just talking. And you would tell me when you're underwater, you see bubbles going up.
Oh,
That's what I told her.
yeah.
And she's like, how could you possibly know that? Like you've never been underwater before, ever. Yeah. And yeah, that's what I would tell her. I was like, when you're underwater, you see bubbles going up. And just, there was just weird things like that about water that I would say all the time. And then obviously it wasn't until recently it's been like 10 years now, but where I did my first past life regression and turns out I drowned in a bunch of ways, which was consistent with a bunch of birthmarks that I have on my body. Very interesting.
Oh, by being bound?
Yeah, I was bound, which I didn't know I had marks until I went back and looked. Like I have like a birthmark here on like right above my elbow on both sides, which I knew that one. And then I have like these weird like birthmarks. I think they're covered by tattoos, but but they're there and on the inside of my ankles too. I have these weird little like lines. And which I didn't notice until after that past life regression where I was bound and drowned. But then after I went through that, like I'm not afraid of water. I'm not afraid of drowning anymore.
I love that. You know, it's not
so
terrifying.
fascinating though. But yeah, I used to say that as a little kid, like, yeah, when you're underwater, you see bubbles going up, and my mom was like, "There's no way you could possibly know that."
Okay, we're gonna bring it home with camp stories.
These are good ones.
Yes. So, what do you have?
Let me pull up. So,
what do you have?
I actually have. Okay, I want to read it. It's a little bit of a read.
Okay.
But I'm going to read you this. It's not that big of a read, actually.
Okay. Well, we can finish with that. But camp stories, you know, that's usually where like everybody wants to tell. Why does everybody want to take creepy camp stories? Yeah. Camp stories. Okay.
The Hook. Did you ever hear that one?
Like the movie? What's the only thing? The Hook. I remember like the pirate movie, like the Peter Pan movie, The Hook. No.
No, I mean it was like when you're sitting around a campfire and there's like you hear the hook.
Oh
on, like, the tree or
that's
whatever.
true.
Or
Yeah,
I always think of SpongeBob, where it's like the hash slinging slasher. Do you remember that episode? It's ridiculous.
I forgot about SpongeBob.
But it's like a cautionary urban legend where it's a tale to warn teens against premarital sex. The killer with a hook often appears as a couple after a couple sneaks off alone. Like that's the story. It's like, oh, so if you go, you know,
you're gonna go try to have sex, but we're gonna kill you.
If you go try to have sex in the woods, you're gonna be murdered.
Yeah. Okay.
That didn't catch on for me. Yeah. Bloody Mary. Of course, you can't say her name 3 times. You know, that's the second time I've said it. I can't say it again. Okay. I think it's in a row. You know, but it's a dare-based mirror game, obviously. And it's tied to various women named Mary, including Mary the First of England, accused of killing the Protestants, like I was saying earlier. And then others think about it as childbirth deaths or witches that were burned at the stake, like coming back for vengeance.
Wow. Okay.
Which, I got a lot of vengeance. Yeah. I'm just kidding. Yeah. What are the other ones? The clown statue. Did you ever hear that one?
No.
It's a creepy tale about a babysitter and the lifelike clown statue. Oh. I've heard this one, but I can barely remember it. But it reflects fears of like surveillance and predatory behavior, especially around children. Like they're being watched without knowing it. which actually reminds me of When a Stranger Calls. Do you remember that
Oh,
movie?
I vaguely remember, but yeah, that sounds super
I
familiar.
really liked that one. Yeah. But yeah, those are the camp stories. And then I was trying to remember, like, okay, were there stories like when I went to camp, or,
Yeah,
and no, I can't think of
no,
any.
any stories. Right now, right before I left the house, I asked Mike, I was like, hey, do you have any, you remember any camp stories? He's like, oh my gosh, it's like my friend used to told me this one, and it's like it'd hunt me. I can't even tell you. But he told me just a little bit about it, and it was like this was not something that happened to his friend. So it was just a
Okay.
story his friend was telling, I think, around the campfire about like some couple, like family that went into the woods, and they kept hearing this screeching, like on top of their like RV or whatever, and this screeching. And apparently there was, when they looked, there was like a guy holding for dear life on top, like hanging from the tree that was above.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so I don't know if that guy was there. I have so many questions,
Yeah.
but I was like, oh, that sounds horrible. It's
Like
like, oh, it's like the way he told it and everything's like it haunted me forever.
like that actually happened to his friend?
No, no, no. I don't know. Because I asked him, did this happen to your friend? And he
Yeah.
said, no, he just told me this story. So I don't know if this is a story that he knew of somebody that he told me, or it's a story that he made up, or it
Yeah.
was just a campfire story or anything like that. But
Creepy.
I know. I was like,
Weird.
well, okay, Mike, when you were parking that RV, did you not look
Yeah.
to see your
Somebody in a
surrounding?
tree, or was
Did you
somebody trying to break
ignore
in?
this person?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. But it's like,
Still.
no, it was so creepy. I'm like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, there is one story that I remember, which I think was a true story, actually, where I was older when my mom told me this story, but still, I don't know. Where you always want to check your back seat when you get in the car, when you after you're getting gas, because there, I think at some point, I'm pretty sure it's a true story, that like some guy was getting in the back seat of women's cars,
Oh, yeah.
and then like murdering you,
Yeah.
like or like making you pull over, and he would like murder you or whatever. I'm pretty sure that was real, but I always remembered like that really stuck with me.
Yeah.
And so I've always like looking in my
I
back seat,
always
like
check the
freaking
back
out.
seat. Yeah. And I think I may have mentioned it here or not, but one time we were on a road trip and I was like, oh, yeah, that guy doesn't have their lights on. Like, flash your lights. And this was with my ex-husband, and he's like, no, you never. We were like driving to Nebraska, children of the corn, right? And he's like, no, you never do that, because there's like a serial killer that if you flash the lights, he'll turn around and kill you.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I was like,
Yeah.
all right. I'm like, what if suddenly you see this car like with no lights and crash into somebody?
Yeah.
It's like,
Or they're, yeah, I don't know.
ugh, I don't know. Anyhow.
Creepy.
Well, those were our creepy kid stories.
Yeah.
If you have any,
Oh, I
send
do
them our stuff.
have.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
please send us your creepy kid stories
Yes.
for sure.
Spooky
I want to
stories.
read this one
Oh,
story,
yeah.
but also I wanted to bring up the black-eyed kids thing.
Oh, yeah. Tell me, because
Okay.
okay.
So have you guys heard of the black-eyed kids? So there's been several accounts where you're just minding your own business. It's the middle of the night, and all of a sudden you get a knock at the door. And it's usually twos. Sorry, the twin
twins.
thing. I don't know what's happening. But they're children outside that are like, they're asking for help. They need to come in. They're orphans or whatever, like really weird. But their eyes are all black. Like not, you can't see any white. It's literally just all black.
Okay.
And they can't come in unless you invite them in. And it said like, if you invite them in, then they like murder your family or whatever. But there's been like eyewitnesses, like in reality, like people are saying this has happened to them,
Oh, my gosh.
where these kids just show up. And there was this video that I found that there was like a ring camera where these two kids like showed up on their doorstep. You can't really see their faces at all as they're like turning away. And the guy's like talking to them through the ring camera, like, where's your family?
Yeah.
Where are your parents? Like, why are you here? It's like 3 a.m. or something creepy. And they like kept on giving very short answers, like, can we come in? Can we come in? Like, not answering any of the questions. He goes, no, like, where are your parents? He goes, we just need to come in. We need to come in. And he's like, no, where are your parents? And then they just like kind of wander away. And then they come back and knock again. And he goes, you guys need to go to, like, I'm going to call the police to come and get you.
Yeah.
And he actually called 911 and said there's kids around or whatever. And they left. And by the time the police got there, the police, like I said, like, you can watch this video. It's on YouTube.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
Find it. Where the cops are talking to the guy. He's like, hey, like, we used surveillance. Like, we patrolled the whole area. Like, there's no kids. Like, and the guy was like, look, here's my ring camera footage. Like, they were here. Yeah. And apparently, like, that's very, like, it's happened on multiple accounts.
Oh my gosh. I need to talk to my kids about it. Don't let any creepy kids come in.
Don't let anybody in at 3 a.m.
Oh, hell no.
But yeah, but it's the same thing.
And they will come, like, at that time, like, in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night and, like, try to come into your house or whatever. But yeah, and that's, like, the thing is they're innocent, right? They're children. So it's like, what are they? Are they demons? Are they aliens? Are they, like, what are these weird entities? Or are they just, like...
Short people killing?
Yeah, are they... exactly. Like, just, like... creepy serial killers that put weird contacts in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what is this phenomenon that's happening? So black-eyed children.
What would you do?
What would I do if black-eyed children showed up at my house? Panic? I don't know. Not open the door, that's for sure. Like, pretend I'm not here, maybe? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Right?
I wonder if people open the door, as long as you don't let them in.
Yeah, as long as you, I mean, I wonder if you can't, you can probably open the door, you have to invite them in. They can't come in.
Come in. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, like, say yes.
Come in, kill me.
Then there was, like, another, then there was, like, another story where this happened, like, at a campsite where they were in their car and, like, the kids were trying to get in the car.
Oh. And
the guy just, like, drove away. That was a really short one, but yeah, that was another story that I read on Reddit. That was, like, the black-eyed kids, like, showed up there, like, at his window and he was sleeping in his car at, like, a campsite, and they were like, can we come in? And he's like, no, like, where are you? Like, why are you here? And they were like, he's like, it was very creepy. Like, they were, like, had weird movements, like, all of it. He was, I finally just got up and drove away. I was like, I don't know. Sorry. Hopefully that's wasn't somebody's kids that actually needed help, but yeah. How creepy is that?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. It's like a thing. So watch out for those black-eyed kids in the middle of the night. You get a knock at the door. Don't invite them in.
Oh my goodness.
Just call 911. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because maybe they are kids that are just sleepwalking or something, but I'm not taking any chances.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, usually in pairs. Yeah.
We do live pretty close by. Hopefully your kids are not wondering one time at night.
Oh my God.
Maybe I'll call you first. Show me,
are your kids home?
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Now, why? Black-eyed kids in my house. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. Don't open the door.
Yeah. Gosh, it's so crazy.
Super weird.
I do need a ring camera.
Yeah, I know. I want one really bad.
I know. But also I'm kind of scared because I think I'm going to see things.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us know. What's the story?
Okay, I'm going to read this story. Settle in, kids, for a ghost story just for you.
I love it.
This is called The Girl in the Picture Frame.
Oh, I love that you're doing this on a day that my husband's not home.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be 4 kids, so maybe it's not that bad. Okay. All right. There once was a little boy named Eli who moved with his family into an old Victorian house on the edge of town. The house had creaky floors, tall ceilings, and the kind of attic that whispered when the wind blew. As they unpacked boxes, Eli wandered up to the attic. Tucked in a dusty corner under an old blanket was a portrait of a young girl about his age, maybe 8 or 9. She had a blue ribbon in her hair and a half smile, like she knew something he didn't. There was no name on the frame, just a tiny brass plate that said, "Do not move me." But Eli didn't see the plate. He liked the picture and brought it downstairs to hang in his room. That night, just after midnight, Eli heard a soft thump, then a creak. He sat up in bed. The portrait on the wall seemed fine, but then he noticed something odd. The girl's ribbon was no longer blue. It was red, and her smile, gone. Now she looked worried. The next morning, Eli told his parents. They laughed it off and said he must have dreamed it. But each night, something changed. On the second night, her hand, which had rested on her lap, was now pointing to the corner of Eli's room. On the third night, there were faint scratch marks on the inside of the frame's glass. By the fourth night, Eli woke to the sound of whispering. He couldn't make out the words, only that they were coming from the wall. He sat up and said, "What do you want?" The room fell silent. Then the air turned cold. Frost crept across his window pane, and a voice, not scary but soft, whispered, "Put me back." Eli didn't wait till morning. He tiptoed up to the attic, the frame clutched in his arms. The attic was still and dusty, but as he laid the picture back where he found it, something strange happened. The girl in the frame smiled again. Her ribbon turned back to blue, and from behind him, Eli heard the faintest giggle, like a thank you carried on the wind. He never touched the picture again. In the attic? Well, it stayed closed from then on. But sometimes, just sometimes, when the wind blows just right, you can hear the creak of a little girl swinging in a frame, smiling quietly in the dark.
Oh, my gosh, that is so creepy. And you told it so well. I was like, oh. I thought, she's so pointed. So did he unleash like a demon into her room? Because she was like worried and pointing.
I know.
And then that, all that. And
I know.
she's like, you put me back. Like, now I left this demon in your room. I can go back to the attic.
Yeah.
So there was a plate on the picture
that said, like, "Don't move me."
Okay.
And he didn't read it.
Okay.
Oh, Eli.
Man.
I could have gone so wrong.
He waited so many days.
Yeah.
That would have been after the first, out.
Yeah, put it back, Eli. Like, what? Yeah. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
And Eli's parents, come on. Kid's scared, okay?
What
My
a
kid tells
weirdo.
me that something like that's happening, I'm going to be like, okay. Like,
let's do something
show
about
me,
it.
because you're probably right.
Oh my gosh. That was insane.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Could you imagine telling a kid that story, though?
Super creepy.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
Traumatize
creepy.
you for life.
Yes.
That's not a kid story. And that's a kid story. Like, literally, like.
I think that is teaching you to just don't take things that may not belong to you.
Yeah.
It may look like you want it.
Yeah, that's true.
You better ask.
Read the directions.
Yeah. And make sure, do your due diligence.
I remember when I was little, we used to go to Montana a lot. My grandparents had a cabin in Bozeman. And so we would go there all the time, like in the summer, winter, whatever, just like vacation home kind of thing. And I remember we were in like a gift shop or something one day. I don't even remember. We were somewhere. And they had a bunch of like books about ghost stories. And I had to have this book that was like a pretty thick book that was like true accounts of like ghost stories in that area or whatever. And I like would not let it go. I was like hammering my mom. I was like, I need this book. She bought it for me and I have it. It's upstairs.
Oh, that is what I was going to ask you if you still have it.
Yeah. I was like a little kid though. And I don't even think I even read any of them. I was just like, I have to have this book. So now I'm like, I need to go back and read.
Yeah.
There's a reason I had to have that book.
Yeah.
Why? So I want to go back and read some of those
maybe
stories.
for when we talk about ghost stories in the States. I know we did
Yeah.
Euro hunting.
Yeah.
So
that would be fun.
yeah, that'd be
There's
cool
a lot.
to see. Well, this has been fun and creepy.
Gotta
I
love creepy
it.
kids.
I know. It's so, so just be aware of your own children.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows?
Take them seriously, They might be trying to tell you about a past life or grandma in the corner or whatever,
Yeah, if they're talking to somebody, maybe you should not dismiss it so quickly.
Yeah. Ask some questions.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everyone. Well, this was fun.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
super creepy with that last story with the frame and the kid and Eli. Damn, man.
Yeah.
Think about it. All right, everyone. Well, tune in, stay curious, and until next week, follow us on all the medias. All right.
Follow
Besitos.
Patreon.
Yes. Besitos. Bye.
Peace.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to follow us on social media at Witches Who Podcast.